welcome to VDG Sports. I'm your host. I am the host, Vince Douglas Gregory. This is not the first time you probably heard this. This won't be the last time you hear this either. But you probably should pay attention. NHL should add a chip, a sensor, or something to help out with offsides in hockey. NHL, National Hockey League, should add a chip, sensor, or something to be able to determine offsides 99.9% of the time, and I'm only giving that 1/10 of a percentage for the possibility of an error, a malfunction, or something happens or happenstance. Something happens or happenstance where you just can't account for. You just have to flip a coin and say, it is what it is. It's either one or the other. It's either 0 or 1. It's either yes or no. It's a binary choice, have you? Then okay, but it should be a little bit more accurate, especially in this day and age, especially with technology being the way it is, especially if football can determine whether or not the ball went across the goal line or not. The ref gets a little buzz. The ref gets an indication from a device that he has to let him know that the goal is good, to let him know that everything is a-okay, to let him know that you probably should award a goal here because it crossed the line. I'm imagining this. I'm assuming this. I'm hoping for this, that the NHL or hockey of some sort come up with a way to determine offsides more accurately than it is today, than it is tomorrow, than it is yesterday. There's gotta be a better way, and this isn't the first time you've heard this. This isn't the second time you've heard this. This definitely will not be the last time that you hear this, so please pay attention, take note, write it down, or be sure to ask a friend if it means anything or if it matters. I know I go on about and say hockey is a niche sport, but that doesn't mean you can't improve. That doesn't mean you can't get better. That doesn't mean you can't do things differently or do things more efficiently or do things just a little bit strange or strangely to help out. Help out why? To continue to grow. You like growing. Growing is good. Growing feeds. Growing basically helps everyone. Salaries, salary caps, everything that's either directly involved or indirectly involved in one of the ways that can help. It's small. It's not minor, but it's definitely small. And a step in that direction would be adding the technology to let the refs know whether or not a player is on or offsides, and we can not waste time with a play that doesn't count, that won't count, that won't be beneficial, especially if a goal is scored, especially if something else happens within that dump in or within that zone, assuming it's offsides. This is simple. This is easy. This is simple. This is easy. And all it takes is courage, all it takes is imagination. All it takes is determination. Now, while I will admit things are trending in a positive direction and looking good for NHL, however, it can be better. Do better. Be better. Do you think that the NHL should come up with ways to be able to determine the offsides of a player or not with the help of technology to make the job easier, to make it simpler, to make it more fan friendly? Because you don't want to be cheering and celebrating and talking noise back and forth when the goal didn't count. Why? It was offsides. But why did the play allowed to continue? Well, it should have been stopped. Was it? Yeah. Could have been stopped earlier? Maybe. Anyway, do you think this is a good idea? Is this an idea that you can rock with? Is this an idea that makes sense? Or you tend or you trend to baseball and you want to keep a tradition alive that no one else is asking for? You know what to do. You definitely know what to do. And I'm not going to say anything, but do it.